until it's too late. Many people realize this, if they have a near-death experience, or if they channel, because I was channeling, I got this information. And this is one of the important things we need to do at this time in this incarnation. We need to take the opportunity and realize that to be of truly of service to others, we need to firstly drop that ego that we have.
You've reached Empress of Oracle, where we tune into all things the divine, and I'm really excited today. It's actually the first episode, and we're here with Sam the Illusionist. He really doesn't need any introduction, but yeah, Sam, did you just want to say a couple things?
Thank you for inviting me today to your program. And yeah, it's always wonderful to connect with people, who are interested in understanding about spirituality, and with people like Kate, who are interested in spiritual knowledge. It becomes easier to spread the information. And there are not many people who are actually doing the applying the teachings as well as spreading the message. And I believe spreading the message is also very important, because it may help people who need it at the right time. Sometimes it may save people's life. And I have received many emails in that type of thing which has happened. And yeah, I believe sharing information like this will definitely help other people to understand about spirituality more, and also to get a greater understanding about the process of evolution that we are all going through at this time. And many may not realize that we are all evolving spiritually to enter into a higher density. And there may be many blockages which may arise because of confusing messages, or people are not getting clear enough direction as to what is to be done at this time. And because of that as well, and because of many other aspects, like people's egoic mind trying to control other people and stuff like that, it may hinder the process. But as soon as we awaken and we realize what is happening, the process will become easier. So yeah, so that's my short introduction. Thank you for inviting.
Yes, thank you so much for being here. And you said something about the most important teaching. So what would you say is the most important thing that people need to apply in order to, to evolve? And what do you think are the most important teachings that you've come across?
In the beginning, I was also confused myself. Okay, because there were many teachings. I was also receiving many different kind of teachings. But after 8 or 9 months of channeling, and then listening to the channel messages, finally I have understood that the most important thing, disregarding any other information. Okay, there are levels of information you receive during channeling about the things that are kept secret, and stuff that is not being available to the public and stuff like that. But besides that, the most important thing that we should do in this incarnation is to learn to to be of true service to others. And to be of truly service to others, now that is a very very hard to understand this. I believe from many of my channel sessions, I think I understood that what they actually meant by service to others. So they meant actually firstly to dropping the ego. Okay, many people we have this like a mask, like our ego mind, which is always above our level of consciousness, and which really blocks the true service. Okay, that love from within for all beings to truly coming out. And I believe this is one of the things we all have to let go, because this thing has been ruining not only our planet, but also ruining people's lives, and not only in interpersonal relationship, but also in if you see government systems, people with big egos, they are running they are creating more havoc in the places where they are ruling. And this is because of the egoic mind. And many people, they don't realize this until it's too late. Many people realize this if they have a near death experience, or if they if they channel, because I was channeling, I've got this information. And this is one of the important things we need to do at this time, in this incarnation. We need to take the opportunity and realize that to be of truly of service to others, we need to firstly drop that ego that we have, or the what I say is that there is a kind of voice we have on our mind, the type of voice that keeps on talking. So that is what I think is blocking us from becoming truly of service to others. And that's what I learned from the channel session, and the recent one, which is also on YouTube. I learned the same thing, because this is what they were saying towards the end. Like they were giving an example of one entity who was like being of service to others, but was coming from a point of ego. Okay, so yeah, he was indirectly trying to amplify its own state, own ego, like gratification, or looking good amongst other beings, or feeling special or different or stuff like that. And there was another one who was not coming from the ego, but like truly become being of service. Because I believe this is besides anything. Okay, now there may be like top level information or whatever, but this is the highest level of information I believe we need to understand at this time. And this is our purpose, to enter into the some people call it the fifth dimension or the fourth density. It's actually the same thing. So yeah, we need to let go of that aspect, to be our own self, to let our own self come through.
And how would you know if you were being of service to others from the ego? Because the ego is probably going to try to, block you from knowing that. So how would you know if you were serving from a place of true service or serving from a place of the ego?
Yeah, well, I believe, one thing, like I don't, this is not 100%, okay, because I'm just trying it my own self. The first thing is you need to experiment it in your own life, okay? Like whenever, like some days, just take out 1 or 2 days, okay? Like you don't have to, your ego mind may be very strong, like it may not like go away. So, just take out like, maybe one day and just experiment, like say to your ego mind, you can only like come at my like a certain time, and I can only entertain you for certain time period during the day. And other times, just like don't engage with the like the one that talks. Don't like follow it, okay? Like just leave it behind, whatever it says, just leave it. And you will see I have like experimented with this myself. And there is some drastic changes which you will see in your own life. And you will feel there is a type of there is a subtle energy change which will happen. It doesn't matter what you do, okay? Like whatever you do, it like begins to flow naturally. And you your whatever you do becomes like like better also. And then you do it faster, like it's crazy, okay? Like the day where you are like where a mind is like engaging with you continuously, you're not able to focus as well as to perform the tasks or whatever you are doing. And it will create a huge blockage, okay? And the day where you have said to let go of the ego mind, and to just let yourself express, those are the days where you will receive greater insights, some breakthroughs, or you will get some like deep understanding of how this thing works. So the first thing is to just apply it in your own life. And once you see the change, you'll be like, oh, okay, so I get it. Okay, it's like it's the change in energy. It cannot be like explained in words, because it's actually a type of energetic change which many people will feel once they try it. So it's a matter of just trying it out in your own life.